when it comes to the greatest and most mysterious structures ever built by humankind. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands at the top of the list. Not only is it the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, it also holds countless unanswered questions that have puzzled scientists for centuries. While historians traditionally date its construction to around 2500 BC by the ancient Egyptians, archaeological and scientific evidence suggests it may be as old as 12,000 years. Possibly the work of a lost prehistoric civilization. The pyramid's structure is astonishing, consisting of approximately 2.4 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2 and 4 tons, with some reaching up to 250 tons. These blocks were transported and assembled with such precision that even modern technology would struggle to replicate it. The pyramid has no internal supporting framework. Its stability comes entirely from the perfect alignment of the stones. From a distance, it appears to have 4 sides, but each face is subtly indented, creating 8 perfectly symmetrical sides, a level of craftsmanship still difficult to explain today. Its location is equally remarkable, positioned exactly at the intersection of the longest lines of latitude and longitude, essentially the geographic center of the Earth's landmasses. Moreover, the 3 main pyramids at Giza align precisely not only with each other but also with the 3 stars of Orion's belt, reflecting an extraordinary level of astronomical knowledge. The Great Pyramid is oriented to true north with an error margin of less than 0.067 degrees, a precision that surpasses even modern standards. This raises the question of how an ancient civilization could achieve such advanced surveying and alignment. Some theories suggest it was not built by the ancient Egyptians at all but rather inherited from a technologically advanced culture, possibly linked to the legendary lost city of Atlantis. Inside, the pyramid appears to possess unique preservation properties. Experiments have shown that tarnished coins left inside for a month regain their shine. Milk remains fresh, and fruit does not wither. These capabilities may have led the ancient Egyptians to use it as a royal tomb rather than as the original builders. All of these factors make the Great Pyramid of Giza not just a masterpiece of architecture but also a profound historical enigma that may hold clues to a civilization long forgotten. Among the many secrets of ancient Egypt, few stories have captured the world's imagination like that of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. Known as the Boy King, Tutankhamun ascended the throne at just 9 years old during the 18th dynasty, a period of political upheaval and religious transformation. He was the son of Akhenaten, a controversial ruler who had abolished Egypt's traditional polytheistic beliefs in favor of worshipping a single deity, the sun god Aten. This radical shift disrupted centuries of tradition and destabilized the kingdom. Upon becoming pharaoh, Tutankhamun reversed his father's policies, restored the old gods, and returned the royal court to Thebes, hoping to bring Egypt back to order. However, his reign was short-lived. Tutankhamun died around the age of 19 under mysterious circumstances. Genetic studies conducted in 2010 revealed that he was the product of an incestuous union between his father and his father's sister, a fact that likely contributed to his poor health. Evidence from CT scans and DNA analysis suggests he suffered from a clubfoot, scoliosis, malaria, and other ailments that would have made it difficult for him to walk, let alone engage in physically demanding activities. A fracture in his left leg, combined with signs of infection, is considered one possible cause of his death. While some early theories proposed assassination, due to a hole found at the back of his skull, further research indicated that this damage likely occurred during the mummification process rather than as a fatal wound. Tutankhamun might have remained a relatively obscure pharaoh in history had it not been for the events of 1922. That year, British archaeologist Howard Carter, funded by Lord Carnarvon, made one of the most spectacular archaeological discoveries of all time, the nearly intact tomb of Tutankhamun in the Valley of the Kings. Inside were over 5,000 artifacts, from golden chariots and jewelry to ceremonial weapons and preserved food, all intended to accompany the young king into the afterlife. Among these treasures was a dagger with a blade made from meteoritic iron, an incredibly rare and valuable material in ancient Egypt, literally forged from the remnants of space rocks that had fallen to Earth. The dagger's craftsmanship was so exceptional that some scholars speculated it may have been a diplomatic gift from a neighboring kingdom. Yet, as the tomb was opened and its treasures catalogued, an eerie pattern began to emerge. Within months, Lord Carnarvon fell ill and died from blood poisoning caused by a mosquito bite, sparking sensational headlines about a pharaoh's curse. Over the following years, more than 20 individuals associated with the excavation died under unusual or unexplained circumstances. These included Carter's associates, archaeologists, museum staff, and even visitors who had come into contact with artifacts from the tomb. Some believed the deaths were the result of a supernatural curse inscribed within the tomb, a warning that those who disturbed the resting place of the pharaoh would meet a swift and terrible end. Others pointed to more scientific explanations. Researchers have suggested that ancient tombs, sealed for thousands of years, could harbor dangerous molds, bacteria, and toxins. Food, plants, and other organic materials buried alongside the pharaoh would have decayed over millennia, producing microscopic spores capable of causing severe respiratory illness or even death upon inhalation. Modern studies have confirmed that some ancient mummies and tomb walls carry potentially lethal fungal strains. However, skeptics note that Carter himself lived for many years after the discovery, casting doubt on the idea of a curse that killed all who entered. Despite scientific reasoning, the legend of the curse persisted and even grew stronger over time. The media of the 1920s eagerly fed public fascination, publishing dramatic stories of inexplicable deaths, mysterious illnesses, and strange accidents befalling those linked to the tomb. The idea of a supernatural force protecting Tutankhamun's resting place became embedded in popular culture, inspiring countless novels, films, and documentaries. One of the more intriguing artifacts found in Tutankhamun's tomb was the pair of daggers wrapped within his burial linens. The meteoritic iron dagger, in particular, was a testament to the advanced metallurgical skills of the time. In an age when iron was rarer than gold, owning a weapon forged from the heavens would have been a symbol of immense power and divine favor. Some Egyptologists believe such objects may have been used in ceremonial rites, possibly even in the mummification of the young king himself. Tutankhamun's burial mask, crafted from gold and inlaid with semi-precious stones, became one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt. For decades, it toured the world as part of traveling exhibitions, drawing millions of visitors. Today, his remains rest once more in the Valley of the Kings, preserved within a climate-controlled glass case to protect them from further decay. Yet mysteries remain. Why was Tutankhamun buried in a relatively small tomb, one that may have originally been intended for a lesser noble? Some scholars suggest his death was sudden and unexpected, leaving little time to prepare a grander resting place. Others believe the tomb may hide undiscovered chambers, perhaps even the burial place of Queen Nefertiti, his stepmother, though radar scans have produced inconclusive results. The story of Tutankhamun is a blend of history, science, and legend. It speaks to the grandeur and sophistication of ancient Egypt, the fragility of human life, and humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. Whether the Pharaoh's curse is a supernatural warning, a coincidence amplified by sensational journalism, or a natural consequence of ancient microbiology, it has ensured that the boy king's legacy will never fade. While the Great Pyramid of Giza is celebrated for its architectural precision and astronomical alignments, some of its most enduring mysteries come not from archaeology, but from the strange experiences reported by those who have dared to spend time inside it. Among these accounts, few are as famous as the night Napoleon Bonaparte spent alone in the king's chamber. In 1798, during his Egyptian campaign, Napoleon was already fascinated by the legends and enigmas of the pyramids. Driven by curiosity, he requested to be left alone overnight in the Great Pyramid's most sacred space, the king's chamber, a granite-walled room deep within the structure. The next morning, when he emerged, witnesses described his face as pale and unsettled. When asked about what he had experienced, Napoleon refused to speak, saying only that no one should ever mention the matter again. Years later, on his deathbed, a close friend pressed him for details. Napoleon seemed on the verge of revealing the truth but changed his mind, murmuring, "No, it is not worth telling. You would not believe me anyway." He took the secret to his grave. leaving the world to speculate endlessly. This was not the only such account. In the 1930s, British journalist and author Paul Brunton also spent a night in the king's chamber. His experience, which he documented in his book A Search in Secret Egypt, was far more detailed and unnerving. Brunton described sitting on a stone slab in near total darkness, lit only by a small candle. As the silence deepened, he began to see shadowy forms moving in the room. These shapes gradually took the form of robed figures, resembling ancient Egyptian priests. They appeared to lead him into what he called the Hall of Learning, a mysterious space within or beyond the pyramid, where he felt his spirit leave his body. Brunton claimed he could see a silver cord connecting his physical form, lying motionless on the stone floor, to his disembodied consciousness floating in the chamber. In this altered state, the spectral priests revealed to him the history and hidden purpose of the pyramid. According to Brunton, the Great Pyramid had been built during the age of Atlantis, by a civilization possessing advanced knowledge and technology far beyond that of the Egypt known to history. It was not merely a tomb, but a vast spiritual machine designed to harness cosmic energies, preserve life, and serve as a gateway between the physical and spiritual realms. Whether this was a dream, a hallucination, or a genuine mystical experience, Brunton's account has inspired generations of researchers and mystics to search for the deeper meaning of the pyramid's construction. Modern science has also shown that the king's chamber is no ordinary room. Constructed entirely from massive blocks of granite, a stone containing high amounts of quartz, the chamber is known to resonate at specific frequencies. Some researchers from NASA and independent scientists have detected electromagnetic anomalies inside the chamber, as well as subtle radiation emissions from surrounding areas. These findings have led to the theory of pyramid energy, the idea that the pyramid's shape, materials, and alignment with the Earth's magnetic field create a unique energy field capable of influencing living organisms and matter. Supporters of this theory point to unusual preservation effects observed inside the pyramid. Organic materials placed in certain locations reportedly decay more slowly, retain freshness, or even undergo subtle structural changes. Experiments outside Egypt have attempted to replicate these results using scale models of pyramids aligned to true north. Some studies claim that razor blades stay sharp longer, milk sours more slowly, and plants grow more vigorously under pyramid-shaped structures. Although mainstream science remains skeptical due to inconsistent results and lack of controlled conditions, the pyramid's alignment also plays a significant role in these theories. Its sides are oriented to true north with astonishing accuracy, and the internal passageways point to key stars and constellations, including those in Orion's belt and the North Star over different epochs. Some esoteric researchers believe this alignment acts like a cosmic antenna, channeling energy from the stars into the structure. This could explain the heightened sensations, altered states of consciousness, and even visions reported by visitors who spend extended time inside. There are also more unconventional explanations. Certain theorists suggest that the geometry of the king's chamber creates standing waves of sound and energy, producing physiological and psychological effects on the human body. The combination of enclosed space, resonant stone, and absolute darkness might trigger sensory deprivation, leading to vivid hallucinations or out-of-body experiences similar to those described by Paul Brunton. Others take a more metaphysical view, arguing that the pyramid was intentionally built as a spiritual initiation chamber, where chosen individuals could undergo transformative experiences that bridged the gap between life and death. The fascination with these mysteries extends to the possibility that the Great Pyramid contains hidden chambers. In recent years, advanced scanning technology such as muon radiography has detected previously unknown voids within the structure. While archaeologists caution that these spaces may simply be part of the pyramid's construction design, others believe they could hold untouched artifacts or serve as energy focal points, preserving secrets from a forgotten age. Some historians and mystical researchers have tied these ideas to the concept of ancient prophecy. They claim that the dimensions and angles of the pyramid encode a timeline of human history, with specific measurements corresponding to major global events. Supporters of this theory argue that the pyramid was designed as both a physical and symbolic map of humanity's past, present, and future. While such claims are highly controversial and rejected by mainstream Egyptology, they continue to inspire speculation about the pyramid's true purpose. What remains undeniable is that the Great Pyramid exerts a powerful psychological effect on those who enter it. For thousands of years, it has inspired awe, reverence, and sometimes fear. Whether one believes in pyramid energy or sees these experiences as the product of human imagination amplified by an extraordinary setting, the stories persist. From Napoleon's guarded silence to Brunton's spiritual journey, from measurable electromagnetic anomalies to rumors of hidden rooms, the Great Pyramid continues to blur the line between science and the supernatural. Ultimately, the mystery may be less about the structure itself and more about the questions it raises. Was the Great Pyramid truly just a tomb for a pharaoh? Or was it the product of a lost civilization with knowledge we can scarcely imagine? Is pyramid energy a real phenomenon waiting to be understood? Or simply a myth born from humanity's tendency to see the extraordinary in the unknown? Until we can fully explore every passage, decode every alignment, and verify every claim, the Great Pyramid of Giza will remain what it has always been, a monument to human ingenuity and a riddle carved in stone, challenging us to seek answers while reminding us of how much we have yet to learn. The mystery of the Great Pyramid has led many researchers, both scholarly and fringe, to consider the possibility that it was not built solely by the ancient Egyptians as we know them, but rather inherited from an even older, more advanced civilization. This idea ties closely to one of the most enduring legends in human history, Atlantis. According to the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was a highly advanced island civilization that vanished beneath the ocean thousands of years ago after a catastrophic event, often interpreted as a great flood. Supporters of the Atlantis theory suggest that survivors of this cataclysm migrated to different parts of the world, bringing with them extraordinary knowledge of engineering, astronomy, and mathematics. In Egypt, these survivors, possibly remembered in myths as godlike beings or civilizing heroes, may have laid the foundations for the Great Pyramid long before the rise of the dynastic pharaohs. Some evidence cited for this theory includes the pyramid's exceptional precision, massive stone blocks that modern machinery would struggle to move, and astronomical alignments that reflect knowledge of the precession of the equinoxes, a phenomenon that takes thousands of years to observe. Proponents argue that such sophistication suggests the work of a civilization whose capabilities exceeded those of early Bronze Age Egypt. Beyond its physical construction, the Great Pyramid has been proposed as a kind of cosmic map or prophetic calendar. Researchers such as David Davidson and Charles Piazzi Smith in the 19th and early 20th centuries claimed that the pyramid's internal passageways and dimensions encode key dates in human history. Measurements in inches or cubits were interpreted as symbolic of years, with specific architectural features marking significant events such as the birth of Christ, world wars, and even potential future cataclysms. While mainstream archaeology dismisses these claims as pseudoscience, the idea continues to fascinate those searching for hidden messages from the past. Some esoteric interpretations go further, suggesting that the pyramid was built as a repository of knowledge, a stone library designed to survive global disasters and preserve the wisdom of a prior age. Its alignment with celestial bodies, especially the stars of Orion's belt and Sirius, is seen as a clue to its dual function, both a terrestrial monument and a celestial marker. In this view, the pyramid connects Earth to the heavens, guiding not only the souls of the dead but also the consciousness of the living toward higher understanding. The lost civilization and prophecy theories remain controversial, often dismissed by Egyptologists who see no concrete evidence for them. However, the persistence of these ideas across cultures and generations speaks to the pyramid's enduring power as a symbol. Whether as a masterpiece of human ingenuity or as a relic from a forgotten chapter of history, the Great Pyramid continues to inspire speculation about humanity's origins, our place in the cosmos, and the possibility that we are not the first, nor the most advanced, civilization to walk the earth. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as more than just an ancient monument. It is a bridge between worlds, the known and the unknown, the measurable and the mystical. For over 4 millennia, it has defied erosion, war, and the shifting sands of time. Yet it has never surrendered its deepest secrets. From the life and death of Tutankhamun, shrouded in mystery and legends of a curse, to Napoleon's silent night in the king's chamber, and the countless theories of lost civilizations and cosmic design, the pyramid continues to challenge our understanding of history. Its precise construction, celestial alignments, and rumored energy properties invite us to reconsider what ancient peoples might have known, and what we may have forgotten. Perhaps the true power of the Great Pyramid lies not in the answers it holds, but in the questions it forces us to ask. It reminds us that history is not fixed, that the past is still alive, waiting to be rediscovered, and so, the pyramid endures, an eternal riddle in stone, urging us to keep searching, keep wondering, and never stop reaching for the truth hidden just beyond the edge of our understanding.